It's the WSOY Best of the Best, top 25 companies, businesses, organizations, and institutions that make Decatur and the greater Decatur area thrive. We're here with Gretchen Murphy and Kevin Berhaney. They represent Team Soy, which is Soy Capital Bank, and J.L. Hubbard Insurance and Bonds. You guys have been together for how many years? Not the two of you with Soy City Buzz, but the two companies.
Since 2002.
Okay, and it seemed like a natural marriage then because both the bank and the insurance office were so heavily involved in the community. Did you find that you guys shared that passion for giving back?
Well, we had the culture for both organizations were exactly the same. Our core values, community involvement is one of them, but it's also the way you treat your employees and customer service. So we had absolutely no issues in the way we were going to try to have to adopt somebody else's way of doing things because we basically, just through cultural things, it just happened that we all thought, both the bank and the insurance agency, thought the same way, so that made it a lot easier.
It was a good fit.
It was a good fit, and I'll tell you what makes, and what's great for the community, and I know people realize this, but I don't know if we spend enough time talking about it. Soy Capital Bank is a locally owned bank, and that's a rare thing these days. The decisions are made here. You want to sponsor events or...
They're only one of two.
Yeah,
Right.
and tell me,
Right.
Gretchen, that gives you guys an advantage. You're here on the ground where the people live.
Well, and as an employee of a locally owned business, you take pride in that, and the like you said, the decisions are all made here. Our board members are here. Our president lives here. It's very important to us to help this community grow, and to provide opportunities for our employees to grow. And I think that's what sells me as an employee for the bank, and for our company is that, I can go talk to Kevin whenever I want to, or Bob Smith, and if there's decisions, if there's a sponsorship, we make those decisions. We don't have to call somebody from another state who doesn't really know about the Decatur community.
And convince them to support
Right.
something in your own.
We know it's important, and it's important to us.
Makes a huge difference in the community. There's very little that happens in the greater Decatur area that's not touched in some way by the folks at Team Soy. You look at what we're doing just between now and the end of the year, the food drive, the turkey tournament, the list goes on. And I'm sure you get inundated with requests, but you guys have done a great job of branding yourselves as, the hometown bank that's going to support hometown causes. And so I'm sure you get comments on that a lot from the general public, and then your big radio stars, every Monday night at 5 o'clock on the Soy City Buzz.
But that's true. The Soy City Buzz radio show, it's like 5 years now that we've been doing that. And
I think it's 7.
Like 7 years.
Welcome to our show. But the thing is that shows what's up, what's right, what's happening in Decatur. And it's all about the good things going on in Decatur. And, because of our profitability in the community between the bank and the agency, we use our marketing funds to sponsor that show to bring out what's good in this community, and it's been a lot of fun, and it gets us to really stay engaged in what's going on.
Well, and early on, when Kevin and I developed our professional relationship when they first, came on board, I remember he said something to me, and there was a decision or there was something that somebody asked me to do, and he said, "Gretchen, is it the right thing to do?" And that has stuck with me since then. And there are so many things so I ask myself that question when we get requests for sponsorships or donations. Is there a real need for it? Is it the right thing to do? Is it going to help the community? So all those questions I think are so important to us as a company to make sure that the community grows.
You really identified something I think is the key to all of this, and Kevin and I have had those same conversations. Companies like Team Soy Capital Bank, J.L. Hubbard Insurance and Bonds support causes for the right reason. They do it because it's the right reason. But I believe there's karma from that. I believe that your company benefits from that. Not that you're doing it to make your company benefit.
Right.
And that's the key. Some people just want notoriety. Some people do it because it's the right thing. Part of this best of the best, being out here telling all these 25 stories, is we want to inspire all the other companies in this community to step up and do the same kind of things. But that decision making, doing what's right, that's fundamental.
To me, that's why it's fun to be in business. I think being in business without doing that would be very boring, kind of greedy, and it'd be, just selfish. But when you're able to give back and you're allowed to give back because shareholders will allow you to do that, boards will allow you to do that in our organization within reason, it really kind of makes the job much more interesting, a lot more fulfilling.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, it's just so important. I just can't stress the importance of it for companies to do that, because your employees feel good about it then, and the employees, you know, like your company. We're very humble. We don't usually toot our horn. We don't normally do stuff like this just because it's the right thing to do, so we do it. So, you know, we don't do it at all for notoriety. You know, I get some slack sometimes from our board members. Why don't you let people know what we're doing? Because that's important.
Well, and I
too.
think it is important. That's why we're here. You know, we want to pat you on the back, and we want to also inspire other companies because they can do the same thing. It's about a philosophy. It's about a culture. And I think you tapped on, you know, employee morale. People love to come to work every day for a company that they feel and believe is plugged into the community they live in.
Well, and everybody wants to help. So the community food drive is a great example of a way that employees can get involved. They might not know how, they might not have a lot of money, but you have time. We allow our employees to volunteer. We give them 8 hours a year time to volunteer. So, you know, it's important to us, and it gives an opportunity for them to feel like they're part of something bigger that
Absolutely.
individually they can't do that.
Well, top down, award-winning companies, locally owned, Soy Capital Bank and JL Hubbard Insurance and Bonds, Team Soy Capital, part of our best of the best. #25 WSOY.